everybody! It's Sundays, that means it's time for family movie night, and this week I'm doing another of your picks for the month of November, and we are looking at one of my favorite movies. This was Reese who suggested this pick. We are looking at Hairspray. This was the 2007 filming of the Broadway musical of Hairspray. The original film was made, I think, in 1998 by John Waters, and then they made the musical adaptation of it, and then we get this movie version of it. And so there's been 3 different versions of Hairspray. I really like all 3, and my favorite, I think, is this film. And I just find this film to be so joyous. If you just want to watch something that's joyful and happy and wonderful, then this is the film for you. It definitely makes some different choices that won't be for everyone, but that is true about the original film as well. We live in a world where tolerance is often taught and preached in the movies, and I think that sometimes it can be a little bit heavy-handed and a little bit, beating you down. But here is one that just is very joyous about that message and makes you want to embrace that message because it's so happy. And so let's talk a little bit about it. So we get the story of Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray, and she is a young girl, bigger girl in Baltimore in the 60s, and her parents are played by Christopher Walken and John Travolta. Yes, you read that right. We have John Travolta in drag, which is the tradition of Hairspray. His makeup is definitely wonky and weird, and I know that's really hard for some people to accept, but I like him in this role. I think he's fun and different, and this movie experiments with things, and it does definitely feel like a translation of the stage musical to the screen, just in the production design and the feel and the choices and things like that. And in the stage musical, in the original Broadway cast, they had Harvey Weinstein, who has much more of a gravelly voice, whereas John Travolta is much more sweet and cooing and kind of that sort of a take. But I really enjoy it, his take on the character. And so, you start out with the opening song for Hairspray is Good Morning Baltimore, and I love this song.
Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound's like a symphony. Good morning, Baltimore. And someday when I take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me.
Out that Tracy is sort of in love as a crush on this boy named Link, who is the star of a local dance show called the Corny Collins Show. And so she also likes to dance and watch the show. And one of my favorite songs in the musical is when she gets kind of bumped in the hallway by Link, and she has a vision of what her life is going to become.
He nudged me, love put me in a fix, yes it hit me, just like a ton of bricks, yes my heart burst, now I know what life's about, one little touch and love's knocked me out, and I can hear the bells, my head is spinning, I can hear the bells, something's beginning.
It continues on, so she decides to audition for a part on the Corny Collins Show, and she is a way to kind of meet Link. Of course, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, who's kind of a stage mom to her daughter, played by Brittany Snow, she is not happy at all about Tracy getting this part in the Corny Collins Show, and she's very, very frustrated. And so she sets out kind of her devilish mission to ruin Tracy and her family. And so that's sort of the start, and then you also have the African American cast of the Corny Collins Show that get one day a month, I think, or a week, I can't remember, that is their day to perform. Well, Tracy thinks that this is unfair and wishes that they were able to be an integrated cast. And so Queen Latifah plays the leader of the African American group of teens. She's great. I love her song, I Know Where I've Been. It's so good.
to sit still with your sin. Lord knows I know where I've been.
So get the John Travolta character kind of coming out of her shell, and in the great song Welcome to the 60s.
I haven't left this house since 1951.
Hey mama, take a chance.
Oh, Tracy, it's been years since someone asked me to dance.
So let go of the past now. Say hello to the light in your eyes. 'Cause I know that the world's spinning fast now, but you gotta run the race to win the prize. Hey mama, welcome to the 60s. Oh, mama, welcome to
There's another great song is You Can't Stop the Beat. I love that one. And so all of these things, also Tracy's best friend ends up meeting an African-American boy named Seaweed, and they end up kind of starting this romance, and her best friend is played by Amanda Bynes. So Amanda Bynes isn't the greatest singer in the world in this, but it doesn't really matter too much. Nikki Blonsky is a complete delight, I think, as Tracy. She's great. All the rest of the casting, I mean, Christopher Walken, he's proven he's not the greatest singer either, but it works for the song that they sing together, You're Timeless to Me. And so it's just a joyous film. It's bright, it's colorful. The songs, you just want to tap your feet and dance when you listen to it. And it just makes you feel happy and good, and it's something the whole family can watch together and enjoy. You know, there's a few little moments of innuendo, but it's a great, simple, sort of brutal way of teaching about segregation and about some of these conflicts and different things and tolerance and stuff, because you can teach those lessons without it necessarily being a really heavy film. And so that actually can almost be a better teaching method in a way, because you're not kind of as traumatized, so you have a little bit more sort of freedom to talk about these issues, I feel like, as a family. And so this is just a great film on every level. I love it. And so, yeah, I mean, I would give Hairspray an A. I love Hairspray. But, yeah, let me know what you think of Hairspray. Is it one of your favorite, recent musicals, modern musicals? Where does it stand for you? And put in the comment section. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye!